So hi, I am Laura Horn-Pope, and I am the library director here at Rockhurst University. So I get the joy today of giving us all ideas on what we could be reading for Christmas. So I wanted to give us 3 different readings and wanted to be very cognizant of everybody's time. So Christmas is super busy, so I really wanted to focus on things that you would be able to read in an afternoon or something you might want to listen to while you're driving your car. So the first item I thought might be fun for us to read is something from Madeleine L'Engle. So we might remember Madeleine from writing A Wrinkle in Time, but she was also very passionate about her Christian faith, and so she wrote some really wonderful short stories, letters, essays, and so those have come out as a book, and it's called Miracle on 10th Street and Other Christian Readings. Have to try to sit down and feel like you're reading a book from front to cover. There's short stories, poems, just quick essays on her feelings about Christmas and especially about Jesus. And she focuses a lot of her writings on the incarnation of God into man. And so she tends to think a lot about Christmas in its true Christian sense. So if you want something that you can kind of dip into, read for a few minutes, or listen to while you're driving, that's a great one. It gets you really into the Holy Spirit. So for my next suggestion, we're going to go classic. So in this case, I am recommending Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It's kind of hard to believe, but it was written in 1843. So we've had this story around for a long time, and it is just such a deep part of our Christian tradition and our Christmas tradition. It is a really short read. I actually had never read it. I was able to read this in an afternoon. So it's another one of those great options where you can read something, you feel very festive, but it's not taking up too much of your time. So what you can do is you can read this in an afternoon, or you can also find it online. If anybody has a subscription to Audible, it's actually free for this month, so you can just listen to that, again, if you prefer to do that. It clocks in about 3 hours if you want to listen to it while you're driving or with your family, and if you read it, it will take about an afternoon. But it is wonderful read, you'll remember all the characters, and you'll really enjoy the story. For the final suggestion, still staying classic, I'm going to suggest 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This is a really interesting one. So many people know the poem. The story goes that it actually came out in 1822, so it's kind of amazing how long we've had it. The story is that Clement Moore, who created this story, it was a poem he would recite to his children around Christmas. And a family friend enjoyed it so much, wrote it down, and it ended up getting published in newspapers anonymously. So it kept getting republished. And so it became part of our culture. So we really enjoy this one. So you can kind of enjoy this because it's meant to be said out loud. And something that my family and I are going to actually try this Christmas is see who can remember the poem most. So as we know it's meant to be recited and shared, you can actually turn this into a Christmas game if you want with your family and see who can remember